I've been a member of SEMO Electric since 1974.
1976, I think.
We bought this 1938 and we got the REA in 39.
There's 3 generations of mine that have been on SEMO Electric.
I'm a member. My grandparents were members. I grew up SEMO.
These men that started the co-op had a vision. You know, a vision that most people couldn't grasp, how electricity would change the fabric of rural America.
It was under Franklin Roosevelt's administration that I believe it was in 1935, he started the work on the rural electrics, and your municipals and your IOUs, they weren't interested in serving the rural areas. And I can see why. Why would you want to run a line 10 miles and have 5 customers when you can run 2 blocks in town and have 20?
When co-ops first got started, a lot of the linemen weren't even linemen. There might have been one person on the crew that knew what he was doing. A lot of the help that set the poles, pulled the wire, and strung the wire were people that had come off the farm.
It was tough. It's post hole diggers and A-frames, and a lot of them, when they built up through the hills, they drug them in with mules. That's the way it was done. It's the only thing they had to do it with.
Older guys on the farm would tell me just what a wonderful thing it was when electricity did show up to their barns, their houses, their refrigerators back in 1939.
They were sure glad to get the electric pump to pump that water.
You didn't have to hand pump fuel for the tractors, and you didn't have to hand pump water for the dishes and the washing machine, everything else. The best thing happened, you know, since sliced bread, I guess.
It was just wonderful. I mean, we could have everything anybody else had in the cities.
My name is David Duncan. This is the Boathouse Wine Company. Well, we started out hoping that we could serve 100 people a weekend, and now we're serving 200 and 300 and 400 people on just one day. Being a rural business like I am, and being in a rural setting like I am with all the power lines and the trees, if we have a storm, then we have to have power restored quick. We got 9 compressors running on different freezers, refrigerators, walk-in coolers, and it needs to be back on quick. I think they're the most amazing people I've worked with. I mean, I've worked hand in hand with your engineers, with Sonny and Martin and Jim Brown, and with the road crew that's out here. I think they're some of the best I've ever worked with.
A business requires dependable electricity. We've got to have power or we're out of business. A business that can't communicate, or a business that's down, can't receive a fax or send an email, is out of business until the power comes back on.
Tribute Farm is a large-scale irrigated grass-based dairy farm. We farm over 1,000 acres of irrigated land, and we're currently milking just over 1,000 milking cows. We've been here just approaching 5 years now, and we've worked with SEMO Electric through that period. And Sonny there would ask me questions like, what sort of peak loading do you think we're going to have here? And I'd say, I don't know.
I like to meet with the customer and find out exactly what I'm building into before we start a project.
And so we'd work through those issues, and we've got 8 irrigators running here, plus a pretty high-powered milking operation. So
the heartland really is the heartland. You know, it's a place. The communities are well supported, well connected, very welcoming to us, and very supportive in what we're doing. Very interested in what we're doing, and always cheering us on.
As a cooperative, the people look out for each other.
I mean, our electric co-op is so important to us, and we take care of our own system here. We try to keep the lowest cost electricity to our member.
I like working at the branch office because I know most of the people here in town.
I didn't realize how much money, how big of a corporation this is. We're a $90 million corporation. That's a lot of money, it's a lot of responsibility.
Since 1995, we have returned $9.7 million to our members in this area. Those checks they get back for capital allocation, the refunds, that's showing that they do own this business.
We strive to provide reliable, low-cost energy for our members.
We got now meters that we read inside the office and everything, and it's just getting better every day.
Keeping the lights on is what we're about. We're in the electricity business, and at the end of the day, that's what our members expect.
It's not a luxury anymore, it's a necessity, and keeping the lights on 24 hours a day is important.